In this video, I'm going to go over what it looks like to retire in Montevideo, Uruguay in 2026. To many, Montevideo is described as a Latin American country with a European soul. This has been my third time to Montevideo, and it's kind of a vibe when you get here. We were hanging out on the beach pretty much the whole day, and when you go to, say, Mexico, you hear loud music, there's a lot of different people enjoying their different types of music, and there's a lot of talking. When you come here, it's a very tranquil vibe. And the friends that I was with actually said the same thing. So why are a lot of retirees attracted to this place? Well, there's a lot of economic and political stability, which is hard to come by in South America. There's strong democratic institutions. Most of the streets are quite clean, minus the birds that got into the garbage behind me. There's high quality healthcare, and right behind me is the Rambla, and it's a 7-kilometer boardwalk where you will see people jogging, walking, and cycling pretty much any time of the day. It's a 7-kilometer stretch from basically the airport, which is Carrasco, all the way to the old city, which is Ciudad Vieja. And last but not least, I did mention the vibe. It's a much calmer, relaxed area to retire in. You'll notice quite a few people just hanging around, sipping mate, going to the beach, playing with their dogs, really just enjoying the Uruguayan lifestyle. Next, when you're retiring into a Latin American country, one of the things that's most important is safety. And Uruguay actually ranks as one of the highest countries with the lowest amount of crime in all of Latin America. The crime rate is actually quite low when you compare it to other regional areas such as Brazil or Argentina. Yes, you will get the often petty crimes like stealing your phone or pickpocketing, but you're gonna get that anywhere. But when it comes to violent crimes, you simply just don't hear about it. Now, when you're talking about safety of your money, safety of your investments, Uruguay has a very good banking system. There's also a strong rule of law, no capital controls, and there's a strong rule of respect for private property. The people that live in Montevideo often say it feels more like Spain or Italy when you compare it to other capital cities in Latin America. Next, I'm going to get into cost of living. Now, cost of living is definitely on your mind when you're looking to retire in a Latin American country. Well, Montevideo isn't the cheapest, but from what I've mentioned before, you definitely get the most bang for your buck. Most retirees live a comfortable life with a budget between $1,800 to $3,000 US dollars per month. If you're looking for more of a budget lifestyle, you can easily get away with $1,400 to $1,700. And if you're looking for premium coastal living, meaning you're in one of these buildings back here and you get to see ocean views and steps to the beach, it's going to run you approximately $3,000 and up. A one-bedroom can range between $900 to $1,600 per month. Utilities can range anywhere between $120 to $200 per month. This is a significant difference from other coastal Latin American countries that depend on AC because of the humidity and the heat. In Montevideo, in almost every Airbnb we stay, they don't have AC. Currently, it is 8:15 in the morning and I could easily be wearing a sweater. And we are in January, which is their summer season. But keep in mind, later on in the day, it does definitely warm up. A few days ago, it was a very hot 33 degrees Celsius, but typically you might get between 24 to 28 degrees in the summer months. Now, grocery costs. Grocery costs are going to be higher here, but there's a lot of great opportunities like Fresh Market and other grocery stores of high quality. It is more expensive than what you're gonna find in Mexico or Colombia. Dining out in Montevideo can get a little pricey, but there is a lot of affordable mid-range areas. We've gone to a lot of different restaurants in this area. It's typically gonna run you anywhere between $40 to $60 for a sit-down meal for two. Obviously, if you move further away from the beach or out of the tourist areas, things will be significantly cheaper. Retiring in Montevideo definitely isn't going to be the cheapest or for those budget retirees, but it makes up for that with quality, stability, and safety, and the overall vibe. Now getting into healthcare. If you're retiring, healthcare is definitely high on your list. And when we're comparing the healthcare system to other countries in the region, this is one of Uruguay's top advantages for retirees. It's got a universal healthcare system. It's got high quality private hospitals and clinics. Mutualista plans are affordable and comprehensive. A lot of the doctors are well trained with European standards, and most of them do speak English. And there's excellent care for chronic conditions and aging populations. Many retirees say that the Uruguay healthcare system feels a lot more like Southern Europe than Latin America. Now, if you're looking to retire in Montevideo, you're definitely going to want to know about the areas. Now, I created a more detailed guide on the areas to live in Montevideo right up here. The area that I'm in right now is called Pocitos. This is where you're going to find the Montevideo sign and basically white sand beaches behind me. This is one of the most popular areas for foreigners. It's relatively flat and very walkable. And there's a lot of cafes, supermarkets, and restaurants scattered throughout. They were literally a block to 5 blocks from our Airbnb. As you can notice behind me, there's a lot of buses passing. There's great public transportation. There's not a train, but there's a lot of buses. And this area is great if you're really active. As I've noticed, quite a few running and cycling groups that typically go out every morning. Next, I'm going to talk about Punta Carretas. Punta Carretas is back over there. It's more of an upscale residential feel. A lot of newer buildings. There's the Punta Carretas shopping center that is higher end than the Montevideo shopping center in Pocitos. On the other side of Punta Carretas is a giant park that runs parallel to the Rambla. And then there is a park directly adjacent to Punta Carretas. So you will often find a lot of people just relaxing and hanging out, enjoying the summer months. It's a very popular area for long-term retirees. Another area that's very popular is Carrasco. Now there's Carrasco Norte, Carrasco East, Carrasco, and Barra de Carrasco. This is closer to the airport, and it's a quite high-end neighborhood. This is where you're going to find a lot of the newer developments and single-family homes. This is a much more luxurious area if you're looking to retire in a higher end area of Montevideo. There's a heavy duty amount of security pretty much everywhere you look. The Sofitel Hotel is right there with also a casino, and a lot of the best restaurants in Montevideo happen to be in Carrasco. Next, I'm going to get into climate and daily living. As you can see, it's 8:30 and I'm wearing a t-shirt. I could easily be wearing a sweater. Now, if I was in Panama City, Panama, I'd be wearing this, dripping in sweat at this time, but this is a much more livable area of the world. You're not going to get any hurricanes or earthquakes. It does have 4 seasons. It's warm summers and mild winters. And it's kind of a breezy coastal environment. Pretty much every day, it's been pretty windy here. It does get a little brisk in the winter months. This is great for retirees that are looking for more of that seasonal balance versus just constant heat. Honestly, I'm originally from Vancouver, BC, Canada. This place reminds me a lot of Vancouver, BC, Canada. I talked about cleanliness. Literally, somebody behind me just cleaned up the whole mess at 8:15 in the morning. So there's people everywhere you look, always cleaning up, and it's actually a great sight to see. Next, I'm going to get into tax and residency considerations. Uruguay has long-term stability. Its clear residency pathways, strong legal protections, and tax incentives for new residents make Uruguay a very popular place for retirees. There is the 11-year tax-free plan. From my understanding, if you're in the country for more than 183 days per year, this is perfect for you. Or you can invest up to $2 million in real estate and you're eligible for the 11-year tax plan. This is 10 years plus the year that you apply. Another way to do it is to invest $100,000 per year into local programs and communities. This means that foreign income can be tax advantaged for qualifying residents. Most retirees choose Montevideo and Uruguay for more of the calmer lifestyle and stability versus tax gains. Next, I'm going to get into lifestyle and culture. As you can see, there's more and more people joining around me, running, cycling, cleaning up everything. It's a very calm environment and as you can see, very popular with tourists. There's a great cafe culture here. I have had some of the best coffee in Latin America at many different restaurants, and it's a very kind of relaxed vibe. It's very popular with theater and cultural events. There's a strong sense of community. So I've had a few people comment and ask me questions through my CRM on my WhatsApp, and I invite you to reach out. They've been asking me, what's the community like? I don't speak Spanish. I would suggest you definitely want to take some Spanish classes. When I go to Argentina next, I will be taking more Spanish classes because I get harassed basically for my pronunciation on different topics and cities and locations. People have asked me, are there communities that specifically speak English? I would have to say no. I haven't seen a lot of communities that are specifically English. So I do suggest, if you're coming here, at least practice Spanish. Estudio español todos los días. It means I study Spanish every day, and I do. But the pronunciation in many different Latin American countries can be different, as the dialect for Spanish is different in every country. So while I say that there isn't a lot of English-speaking communities, there is a lot of communities. I have noticed quite a few cycling groups, quite a few running groups, quite a few people doing cafe hopping. I've noticed a lot of people just hanging out at the beach or hanging out behind me. So when it comes to community, Montevideo is definitely your place. And finally, who is Montevideo perfect for? If you want a maximum amount of safety and reliability, Montevideo is perfect for you. If you want a European style city, Montevideo is perfect for you. If you value healthcare and infrastructure like I do, Montevideo is perfect for you. And if you enjoy walking, the culture, the community with a little bit of Spanish, Montevideo is perfect for you. But if you're a budget-friendly retiree where you're counting your pennies, I don't think Montevideo is for you. It is on the more expensive end for retirees in Latin America. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe down below, and watch my other videos on Montevideo. I'm going to be creating a lot more content where I'm comparing Montevideo to other coastal regions in the area. So please check out those videos and have a great day.